You're listening to Mr. Credit on San Diego 1700 with local credit expert Derek Evans. Now, live in studio, Mr. Credit.
Welcome to Mr. Credit. We are live and local here in San Diego. We're bringing you the most important hour in radio because we're telling you everything they don't want you to know. When we say they, we mean the big government, the Wall Street gangsters, the big banks, the credit bureaus, the media. How about the debt settlement companies trying to take money out of your pocket, healthcare industry, or anyone else who's trying to get at your hard-earned money by deceiving you or getting you to spend your money unwisely. Visit MrCreditRadio.com if you want to send me an email or give me a call, or do a Facebook search for Mr. Credit and you will find me there, although I won't be able to participate in any of the Facebooking because Facebook has blacklisted me for 2 days for supposedly spamming people. Come on, guys. Really, it's not like that. But anyhow, I will be tweeting, and it does go to Facebook, so there you go. You can still find me there and add me as a friend, and whenever they do let me back in, I'll be happy to add you as my friend. All right, we got so much going on. I don't even know where to start. First of all, I got to say thanks to Brooke for hooking me up with a couple of nice sounds here that I've been wanting to get in for a minute.
That name sounds like royalty. Are you royalty?
I think she is. At least you are in my book today, Brooke. Thank you. I know you're busy. All right, so first of all, Padres. Let's start there. It's not a long one. We're half game back. It's the bottom line. Didn't get anything done in St. Louis. The only time in my entire life I've ever rooted against the Cardinals. I bleed Cardinal red. I root for San Diego the whole season, except for when they're playing the Cardinals, because I'm from Missouri. I'm from St. Louis. And, you know, the one time I'm rooting for the Padres and they lose 3 out of 4 in St. Louis. So there you go. Probably my fault, in fact. I probably should have just rooted for the Cardinals like normal, and the Padres would have swept them. No! I'll take the blame for that one. Still, only a half game back in the National League West behind the Giants. We've got a series with the Giants coming up. But we are going to be playing the Dodgers, which is tonight, 7 o'clock, Dodgers action. This is in L.A. Now, we normally really give it to the Dodgers. I'm hoping that since they really have nothing to play for at this point, that it'll be more of the same, and we can go up there and take 3 games in a row. That's what I'm hoping. If we do, I think we'll be in good shape. For crying out loud, let's not stress anymore here. Let's make something happen, San Diego. We got to get it done. Now, the Chargers obviously won their first game of the year. It looked really, really good. That was just well, I mean, it must have been an awesome game. I don't know. I didn't see it. Did you see it? I saw nothing because it was blacked out. And I don't want to sit here today and go through, the whole pissed offness that I have about that whole situation. But I got this to say to you, San Diego Chargers.
I'll be watching you.
You guys better be careful because we need to see these games. I mean, listen to the radio. I love listening to the radio. In fact, I love listening to the sports on the radio. Well, the bottom line is this. You want to get this city behind your team. You can't be blacking out the games. I don't care what the rules are. You got to figure out a way to get it on TV. What happened was everybody who should have been rooting for the Chargers, because I was at the golf course that day, and they had all these games on the TVs and everything. Everybody was bringing and putting their hometown jerseys on. No Chargers jerseys anywhere. Nowhere. Unbelievable. It was a totally crazy situation. So, hey, guys, 1-1, that's great. And by the way, did anybody catch last night Monday Night Football? Monday Night Football right here on 1700. Not only can you get all the Padres games right here on 1700, not only can you get Ray Lucia every day and Mr. Credit, which is the best one, of course, but you can catch Monday Night Football occasionally. Obviously, we have that. And then this Saturday, and every Saturday, we're having all sorts of different college football games. So this Saturday, we've got the Oregon State versus Boise State right here. So we've got all kinds of great stuff for you here. You just can't miss a good program unless you miss 1700. So save the station in your dial. That's what we're doing here. Okay, now that we've gotten through all the formalities, let's jump into what I really want to get to, which is telling you things they don't want you to know. And I want to start off today with a story, and this isn't something that they don't want you to know. This is just more of an inspirational thing than anything. And even if you don't follow NASCAR, I've just got to make you aware of this guy who I grew up with, who's from my hometown in Columbia, Missouri. His name's Carl Edwards. And Carl is a guy who I didn't meet until I was probably 17 or 18 years old. It was right before we went to college. We both went to Mizzou. This is a guy, I knew his dad really well, and he was just dead set on racing cars. I mean, he just wanted to race cars. That's what he loved. And he wanted to do what he loved with his life. And you can't blame him for that. I mean, you got to do, remember, two things we're trying to do here. Save you money, teach you how to live a better, happier life. Yahoo! Carl was dead set. He was dead set on racing cars, and he did it his whole life. I remember him telling me stories about going and selling sponsorships and going to these, strange folks' houses and trying to all these weird things happening, but nothing got in his way. He continued to race. He continued to win. And I remember talking to his dad every day. Oh, yep, he keeps winning. He's out there traveling, spending all kinds of money, living very, very, meager life. And he made it, man. And now he's been like in the top 10 in the NASCAR circuit for, I think, 5 straight years. And he's living the life. So the point that I wanted to make was, are you doing what you love? Every day when you look yourself in the mirror, are you happy about what you're doing? Is there something that you really like to do, but you only get to do it as a hobby? You realize you can do anything you want? I'm not trying to be, your 6th grade teacher who's telling you, hey, you can do anything you want. But I'm an example too. I do exactly what I love for a living. And I think everyone can do the same thing. You just have to be committed. One of the things that, we really lack, I think, in our society is commitment. Because it's all about what's good right now. What's good right now. We live in this channel changer society, and we have so many different things coming at us every day. So many different marketing messages, so many supposed opportunities, so much BS, to be honest. And, everyone is constantly trying to...
All we want to do is pump you up.
With something. It's a product, it's some fake opportunity, whatever it is. So we lose track of the things that we really love. And what I find when I talk with people, because I like to go deeper than, hey, what's your credit score? How can I help you with your credit? Hey, how are things going with the short sale, the bankruptcy, whatever it may be? How can we fix things for you from that standpoint? That's professional. How about personal? How are we feeling? Do you feel good? Are you happy? Do you like what you're doing? Do you wish you were doing something else? Do you hate what you do? Do you feel trapped? People feel this way for a lot of reasons, and it usually has to do with their finances. It usually has to do with something that's involved with money. Isn't that a shame? Isn't it a shame that the truth is that the world revolves around money, and eventually your life can revolve around it too?
Surely you can't be serious.
I am serious. And don't call me Shirley.
I'm serious too, but I like to keep it light. And so what I'm telling you is, we've got all these opportunities out there, especially in San Diego. I mean, anything you want to do, you can do it. I was talking with somebody, and he was a good friend of mine. I said, what do you really love to do? And he shot me straight, which I was so happy about. And he said, I love to play video games. Now, I could have gone on a joke trail that never ended at that moment. But instead, what I said was, let's figure out how you can make a living doing that. And what we broke it down to was, hey, you can create a website where you review video games. You can sell advertising space on that website. Bada bing. You can do anything you want. Anything, if you really, really want to do it. And I think Carl Edwards is a good example of that. He's a nice guy. He and I we almost got into it once, but we forgave each other and started, working out together, stuff like that. But great guy, pointed himself in one direction, did not stop. Kind of like a great book I'd like to refer you to, written by Todd Duncan, who lives here in San Diego, who's a best-selling author. He's written over a dozen novels called Life on a Wire. And the whole point behind that is, a guy who's walking a tightrope, he doesn't have a choice to stop, does he? Or turn around. He has to keep moving forward. And that's how you can get to the other side. You got to keep moving forward and make sure you're pointed in the right direction. And I think everybody can take something from that. And one of the things that I notice is no question, the biggest thing that keeps people down, that keeps you from doing what you want to do, is debt. And almost always, it's credit card debt, which is the worst debt that you can have. It really is. I know all about it. I've told you, I've been up to 100,000 and back down to zero 4 or 5 times. When you own multiple businesses, you have a lot going on, a lot of employees, and the economy's crazy, stuff can happen. No one's immune. No one. And when you get riddled with credit card debt, the thing that you feel like you have to do is you feel like you have to put yourself in a personal prison. You think that it's your duty to go and get into this personal prison where you shut off your cable, you shut off doing the things you like, you don't go to the movies, all you do is work, sleep, eat, work, sleep, eat. That sucks. That's not what you should be doing with your life. You get one shot. one